That was a lot of years.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back for another episode of Investing Bros. It is July 14th. Fun fact, yesterday, my anniversary with my wife. Today, my mom's birthday. She hasn't watched the show, but happy birthday, Mom. She's about 32 years old. Don't do the math on how old I am and how that's possible, but we're going to go with it for this morning. Guys, we got a lot to talk about today. Of course, yesterday was that explosion for XRP. And as the title suggests, here's a question we're going to face. There's a lot of things we're talking about on the show, but with that XRP explosion and the dominance of Bitcoin falling, many of you know that I'm in a public beef with Deezy. Public beef being is that we have a bet that the Bitcoin dominance will get to 60% before hitting new all-time highs on Bitcoin. The question is, did yesterday's price action just lose me that bet? I'll have more to comment on this later. We'll get into that during the TA section. But if you guys are here watching, go ahead and smash that like button. If you are new to the channel, thank you so much for joining us. We talk about crypto, we talk about stocks, we cover the TA and the news and everything you need to know so that you can invest wisely for yourself. And fun fact, if you had watched yesterday morning, you would have known that XRP was about to explode. Now, we didn't know all the news was going to break. I didn't know we were going to hit 94 cents. Couldn't have predicted that, but we did predict a breakout for XRP yesterday morning. This is the channel you guys need to be subscribed to and watching every single day. Make sure you go ahead and smash that like, subscribe, and notification bell so you don't miss anything. I'm joined by two fantastic co-hosts this morning, starting off with the Florida man, Mr. T. Shroom. Shroomy, how you doing this morning?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling groovy, and I'm feeling better than I deserve, Tim. I had quite a day yesterday. I think I was on a total of 6 shows throughout the whole day. And man, it was a lot of fun. You know, it was a lot of fun celebrating with you guys this giant, historic, monumental development, which of course is XRP being declared a non-security by Judge Torres. So that was a lot of fun. And speaking of victories, let's go ahead and look at the quote of the day I've got over on my screen. It
My
says,
queen.
it says, oh, that is not the right, that is a excellent shot of my YouTube, but it is not the right screen. So that
The
is
queen.
unfortunate. Stand by. I don't know why. I have to fix that in a second, but all right, you can go ahead and go to my screen now. Still haven't. There we go. Okay. There are no secrets to success. It is the result of preparation, hard work, and learning from failure. Colin Powell. And yeah, we had a lot of fun yesterday, and success was had by all who worked hard and was prepared.
Yeah, very, very true. Very, very true. That was a great transition. Love it, T. Shroom. I got the Michael Scott quote of the day, and this goes out to all the bosses out there. If you are a boss with employees, this is you. The most sacred thing I do is care and provide for my workers, my family. I give them money. I give them food. Not directly, but through the money. So if you're a boss, happy boss day to you guys. Happy Michael Scott quote to you guys. Piper, we're also joined by the Texas man. How you doing this morning? And what are your thoughts of these quotes?
I love the quotes, first off. I think they're great. And yes, preparedness. When the time comes to act, the time to prepare is done past. Or as we say in the Army, prior preparation prevents piss poor performance. That is what we had yesterday. Great preparation. So uh I'm doing fantastic, man. XRP was a great day. I took my wife out for dinner. I did not take her to Taco Bell. I know she was disappointed. But we went and had some
Mm,
Mediterranean food at a place called Lola Rosa here in El Paso. It's delicious. And
that sounds good.
now it's Friday and I'm ready to go. So let's go.
It is Friday. And guys, remember on Fridays, not only do we keep things positive, we keep things loose. We also have Degen Fridays. SSM is joining us at the end of the show, so don't go anywhere. Make sure you guys are sticking around for some good Degen pickups this week. But with that said, let's go ahead and do some reading of names. We got green names, we got blue names, we got, normal colored names too. That color is that what, gray, white? I don't know what color it is. Either way, we're going to read some
gray.
names here. Is it gray? Okay, there we go. The number one commenter happening to be a green name is Mr. Mike Volmer. Shout out to Mike. Also, again, he's a mod over on the BitBoy Crypto channel. So good to see here. I see, was this your photo all along? I'm just noticing you have the photo XRP. Is that new, Mike? Is that always been there and I just missed it? So glad to see you here. OBC is coming in second place. Glad to see you here, OBC. Eric Wallen is here this morning. Elo Brown with the blue wrench, but he's on a plane and he's saying he can't really see very well because plane Wi-Fi stinks. Listen, there's a lot of things on planes that are getting fishy these days. If you know, you know. Who else is here this morning? Joe Nickel is here. CryptoSec Guy is here. By the way, I have a message from CryptoSec Guy, an hypothesis that we're going to talk about later, but I want to make sure he asked me to talk about it on today's show. And, CryptoSec Guy, despite the fact that you're one of my greatest frenemies, we're going to do it. We're going to talk about your theory. I want you guys to know it will be his opinion, not ours, not here at the Investing Bros, but you guys are going to get an inside mind of the tinfoil hat thoughts of CryptoSec Guy. Make sure you stick around for that. Who else do we have here this morning? A mellow fellow with the blue wrench is here. Mike Play is here. Al Bundles Crypto Trappa. I'm getting the same lisp that T Shroom's getting. I don't know what's going
My
around.
queen.
My queen. Crypto JMP is here. Who else do we have? Gia S is here. Yer Navarro is here. I think Elo Brown, he's on the plane. Yeah. Who else do we have? Curtis Rorick is here. Bedridden with the blue wrench is here. Bob is here. Who else? We'll get like 5 more names. Jenna X, shout out to Jenna X, our first guest over on our Twitter Spaces. Jenna, how are we feeling this morning after XRP yesterday? I know Jenna is a big XRP fan. Shout out to you, Jenna. Good to see you here this morning. Crypto Pew Pew Cruz is here. It's me, Crypto Mario. What a great name. And he wants to make sure he says good morning to Jenna. So yeah, two good mornings for you, Jenna. Let's go. Yeah, we'll go 2 more, and that's it. GS, and the last one, Ninja Glock. Shout out to everybody in chat, guys. I'm sure there's a lot of you I did not get to read your name, and I do apologize. It does not mean I don't love you. It just means it's time to go ahead and get in on our juicy content for the day, starting off with our economic outlook, brought to you by the Army Piper. Piper, what are we seeing this morning?
All right, brother. So today we're looking at not much. It's the Michigan consumer sentiment coming in.
Hey, Piper, real quick. Piper, I
yeah.
don't know. I didn't catch this earlier.
Wrong mic.
I think you're on the wrong mic. You sound a little faint.
Is that better?
Oh, it was the right mic, just distanced. There
Yeah,
we go.
it was
Perfect.
moved away a little bit there. All right, so taking a look today, guys. We just got the Michigan consumer sentiment. That's it. That's all we've got going in today. And that's not going to be out until about an hour from now, about 50 minutes. Next week is going to be where we get into some more juicy stuff coming in next week. It will be, and actually, it's not even next week. It's the week following. My bad. It's the following week, Tim. We have 2 weeks to go before we have anything big in the macroeconomic world that could shake up everything. Although next week we do have retail sales, and we'll get to see if those retail sales are going up or going down. If they're going down, that means that people are in that recession mindset and they're slowing down on the buying, and those interest rate hikes are working. So looking at Trueflation, though, guys, Trueflation down almost 0.4% today, now down to 2.11. Remember, the Fed Gov reported 3%, and the goal is 2%. Well, Trueflation says we're almost there, and that the Fed Gov's methodology is not correct. So there you go. Looking at the liquidations here, guys, all of these red. You see all this red here, Tim? Do you know what that means?
That means liquidations.
Do you know what type of liquidations, Tim?
I would
Shorts.
imagine that would be long liquidations.
No, those are short
The short
liquidations, Tim.
liquidations?
Those
Oh,
are
the green ones
shorts.
are long liquidations?
Yes,
Oh,
greens
that's
are
negative.
longs, red are shorts. So this is people that are trying to short the market and are getting absolutely wrecked. And the grand
Yeah.
total
Ooh.
of $64.2 million worth of liquidations in the past 24 hours. So that's what I've got there for the macroeconomic side and the liquidations. I hate to see
Very
it, love to
interesting.
see it, because somebody else was someone was somebody else's liquidity exit. And whoever it was for the XRP liquidity here that I stomped on yesterday, my apologies to you, but thank you very much. So
Nice.
That is weird that they would make them red because again, if you're having a short liquidation, that's a very good thing for the market. Why not make that green and then make long liquidations red? Just a little tip, a little bit of advice for you over there. If you guys can update that, that'd be choice. Piper, anything else do we have? What's our truflation looking like this morning?
I went over that, Tim. You were not paying
You did.
attention. Yeah, at 2.11%. We were down 0.4%.
I just felt like other people missed it, so I wanted to bring it back up, and that's my smooth excuse for as to why I wanted you to pull it back up. We're gonna move on and get into. We got a super chat actually here this morning, so don't go to my screen just yet. Super chat this morning from Elo Brown saying, "Shout out to all the great people in this community. It's never too late to invest in yourself. I'll have to catch this stream on the recording. Elo Brown, we love you. Thank you so much for that super chat. And you're 133.79% correct. It's never too late to invest in yourself. Let's go ahead and jump over to our CME futures tool. Go ahead and share my screen here, Piper. Interesting update this morning. And no, it's not about July. Guys, we are less than 2 weeks away from the next Fed rate decision, and 94% of the CME futures tool is predicting we will get that 25 basis point rate hike. All right, it's going to happen. 94.9. Barring something crazy comes out, it is going to happen. Where things get a little interesting, because it's been tight, and I told you guys, things can change a lot. Things can go up and down. Details can come out, but we are seeing overwhelmingly, as we look at future predictions, that we probably will only have one more rate hike. Now, 82% saying in September they're going to go ahead and pause again. In November, 69% saying we're going to stay paused. December, they're saying 59. I want to put this in perspective for you guys. Over the last couple of weeks, all of these months, the predictions, the highest predictive tools have been closer to like 40%, 35%. It's spread out. Nobody knows what's going to happen. They just are predicting a pause. Well, it seems like more of the people involved in this prediction tool are coming together to say, guys, we're not getting 2 more rate hikes. Then you start to get your dissension here in January. They're predicting with 40% that we're going to have our first rate cut in January. But even if we don't, very heavily saying we're not going to raise anymore. So can things change? Abso-freaking-lutely they can. However, overwhelmingly, people who are predicting things here on the CME Futures tool are saying, yes, we'll get the rate hike in July. It's like Jerome Powell's already locked it in, even though we still have 2 more weeks. But after that, we are done. That could be a good sign for the crypto markets. Let's go over here and refresh our page because I'm sure this is higher. Not that much higher. Crypto Fear and Greed Index this morning. By the way, guys, brought to you guys by Algorithmic Stock Picks. I don't even know if that's a company. Stocks to trade. I'm not going to click on it. Also, YouTube TV Sunday Ticket. So you guys getting ready for the NFL season? Brought to you again. Bitcoin Fear and Greed
I
Index.
know
We're
I
only
am,
sitting
Tim.
at 60. Oh, you ready? Good. You should be ready. Fun fact.
Go
Are
Jag.
you well, I don't know why I said fun fact. Are you going to play fantasy football this year, T-Shirt or Piper?
I was not planning on it, no.
Negative. No.
I think I'm
be
going to be playing.
playing
I think there's some guys here at Hit Network going to do some fantasy football this year, so that'll be fun.
I'll be
Anyway,
playing fantasy meme coins, Tim. That's what I'll be playing.
teach his own. Let's go back to Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index. It's sitting at 60 again in the greed, but I still believe, guys, we're seeing this going to be climbing. We're about to talk about it here in TA. Is the bull market officially here? If the bull market is here, and if we have nowhere but up to go from here, we are going to see me lose this bet to Deezy. Is that going to happen, though? Let's go ahead and switch on over to the Bitcoin chart. Starting off, though, before I get into this, guys, special shout out and thank you to Chart Prime, the single best indicator on the market, bar None. If you guys are wanting to update your trading and get to the next level, Chart Prime is absolutely the one to go. And again, major partner of the channel. If you guys have been loving when you see our TA, some of these predictions we've made recently that are coming true, a lot of them, they're really, it's not like we're that crazy special. We're just reading the TA, we're looking at Chart Prime, and we're able to make these predictions with very, very good accuracy. That's all thanks to Chart Prime. Make sure you guys will sign up. Link below. You got 45% off your first month or first quarter with the Investing Bros link. Take advantage of it today. Let's talk about Bitcoin here. All right, guys. We had a very explosive day. It's not going to show, like right now it's saying XRP is down like 5%. From this bottom, if you guys had owned XRP, let me go out to the daily chart. If you had owned XRP at the beginning of yesterday's candle, and you had somehow predicted, you just knew we were going to come right up here and touch 94.9 cents, give or take, is where that kind of went. You would have gotten pretty much a perfect 100% rally, technically 101% rally. There you go. So you could have doubled your money yesterday in XRP. It was absolutely explosive. Again, so many things happened yesterday that who would have known? We came on here yesterday morning with no knowledge of what the rest of the day would hold. We just saw an opinion article that someone said within the next 6 weeks, we might see a $3 XRP. We said, hey, that's a little rich. But when you look at the technicals, we talked about yesterday, there were so many things leading up and saying that XRP was ready to explode. So we told you guys, keep your eyes on a move up to 55 cents soon. Then we need to break through it and then use it as support, yada, 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 yada. Well, guess what then? Yesterday, we go back down the 4-hour chart. Let's actually go to 30-minute chart. 15-minute chart. I want to see the delay. All right. So we get this massive explosion here on XRP. Boom. This is all because Judge Torres decides, bam, the SEC loses and XRP is not a security. This is awesome. During the BitBoy, one of the things we discussed on there was, does this mean exchanges like Coinbase and Kraken and others are going to relist XRP? We said yes, but who knew that they would get it done within that day? I thought just like everything else that they ever do, like when their sites go down, it takes them, it seems like a whole week to fix things. I thought that maybe they'd start working on this slowly. Maybe we'd see a relisting within the next couple of days, maybe a week. But then, boom, no, we get relistings from almost every major exchange and a whole brand new rally starts, pushing us up all the way here to 95 cents. Now, I'm going to come back and do some extra PTA. I just want to kind of put the preface here. Yesterday we discussed, I didn't think we were going to make it above 69 cents, and I was wrong. I'm going to say it. All right, guys, I'm wrong. Didn't know. I didn't know that every single major exchange was going to relist them that day. I thought they would take a couple days. So I'm sorry. We'll come back and talk about this more, though, and what the future of XRP looks like. Because you guys can see on this 15-minute chart, it does seem like the excitement, at least for now, has kind of reached a middle point. We're kind of hovering right here in this middle zone at 77. We'll come back to that in just a second. Let's head back over to Bitcoin, because Bitcoin did not get this same explosive rally. It did do something pretty cool that now we're struggling with again. We did break out and set another new year-to-date high, getting all the way up to about, let's see, the candle perfectly, 31,862, breaking out of this boring range we have been in ever since back in late June. Now, the only problem is, rather than coming and breaking through resistance and turning back this level of resistance into support, we came all the way back down into the zone. And you guys can see after coming down into it, it's not like we could pop back up. We popped back up and turned the bottom level of my little gold box into resistance. Bitcoin, you need to break through this. I'm dropping all the way back down here, guys. I do believe that we're going to see Bitcoin continue to move to the upside. However, this explains why the Bitcoin dominance is now dropped. I talked about this yesterday, guys, on our special live show. Look at where it bounced perfectly, right at 50%. Yeah, we had some wicks drop below, but we bounced right at 50%. If we're going to see that climb, Bitcoin does need to get back up over this golden box. Let's see what we have going on here. We hit our overbought and red reversal here on the 4-hour chart. Let's see what the hourly chart's doing here with our oscillators. You guys can see that massive amount of volume that came in after having like no volume for the longest time. guys, I do like what I'm seeing on the hourly chart. I do love, yes, we flashed overbought. Yes, we did reverse right there. That means the bulls aren't ready to just rip it. But I love seeing that the price action, when you're looking at it, is really just not that far down. But our oscillators are dropping very fast. Let's even look at the trend fusion. Yeah, dropping back down. Our oscillator on chart prime got back below 0. The trend fusion still hovering closer to that 50 line. RSI dropped below 50. This is a classic reloading phase for the hourly chart. And again, hourly charts, they really only have significance for maybe at most the next 24 hours. So let's continue to watch. I'm not saying it's done. Maybe we do see Bitcoin drop back down and retouch the rising blue line, but that would be a major win because, again, until yesterday's breakout, we had turned this blue line back into resistance. So coming back down and touching a support wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, could be massive for Bitcoin. And then we got our explosion down the road. Still thinking again, 36, watch 32,000. It's just going to be a psychological level, but I still think 36K is in the cards. Let's look to see what happens to Bitcoin, fear and greed index, and everything else when we get to that level. But I still believe we're moving to the upside. Now, I want to kind of harp here for a second. I know it's 9:20. We're going to look at some other coins. A lot of you guys are looking at that title. A lot of you guys know that I have that public bet with Deezy. And I want to clarify because a lot of people reached out to me yesterday saying, "Oh, are you firing up the grill, Tim? Are you about to cook Deezy the steak?" You do not count your chickens before they hatch, everybody. The details of the bet, let me remind you, before we set a new all-time high, which means before the bet will be over if Bitcoin hits $69,001 or Bitcoin dominance gets to 60%. Right now, neither one of those things has happened. Yes, we saw Bitcoin fall back down to 50%, a major support level, as I showed you guys here just a second ago. Yes, XRP and crypto. And fun fact for you guys, in case you didn't know, every single coin that was listed on the Binance lawsuit, ADA, Matic, Solana, Atom, Algo, there's a bunch of others because I think there was like 13 or something like that. Every single one of them had at least a 10% rally yesterday, if not more. Cardano made it all the way up, had a 28% rally. Why? Because this suppression that had come down on them was released. XRP is not a security, so everyone's just going to go ahead and assume all these other coins aren't securities either. They had a great day yesterday. And when altcoins have a great day like that and Bitcoin doesn't rally at the same exact magnitude, yes, Bitcoin dominance is going to fall. But it was one day, everybody. One day of crypto excitement. And I want to just think through this with you guys. People are going to take profits on these rallies. Remember on Cardano, we've talked about here on Cardano, I predicted before I knew all this stuff was to happen. I didn't know when the SEC lawsuit with Ripple was going to end. I said, guys, I think we could have a rally with Cardano up here to this 38 cent region, maybe up to 40 cents. We popped off yesterday, guys, but is Cardano higher than 38 cents? We didn't even touch 38 cents. We actually only touched about 37. We almost touched 38, got really close. My point here is it was a great day for crypto yesterday, a great day for altcoins, and I'm super excited. But for people to switch the emotion so fast to, oh, this is it. The bull market is back. Bitcoin dominance is done. Tim lost the bet to Deezy. It's a little premature. It's a little early. I was talking with some guys yesterday. Listen, I'm not going to lie to you guys. When I'm looking at this Bitcoin dominance chart, when I'm looking at what just happened yesterday, my gut is sitting here saying, oh, Tim, you're freaking going to have to cook Deezy a steak. Look what you done did. Why do you go out and make these outlandish predictions just because you see things on charts and make these data calls? Why are you doing this? My gut thinks I lost. But my head, the analytical part of myself, when I'm looking at the dominance chart, when I'm looking and thinking back to what we saw back happen in 2019 and what we're seeing happen right now, the analytics still say 60% dominance is in the cards and more than likely going to happen. And I cannot tell you how many times in my journey of trading and investing in crypto that I have looked at charts, I've thought analytically, my head has made a prediction, but then something happens in the news or happens in price action that changes my gut reaction, and I change my opinion because I go with my gut, and I'm like, oh, this doesn't sound or feel good, yada, yada. You guys, I was wrong. It's not going to happen. And then I get turned around, and in fact, my head was correct. That has happened to me too many times to count. So despite the fact that right now, guys, I'll be real with you. Yes, I feel in my gut like maybe I'm going to have to cook Deezy a steak. But my head says I'm still in this. My head says yesterday was an emotional day. It was great for crypto, great for altcoins. But we still have a lot of news waiting to hear about Bitcoin ETFs. We still have a lot of news to hear about what the American economy is going to do. Are we going to be able to hold up or are we going to crash? Remember, dominance normally climbs for Bitcoin when everything is dropping in price. But this case, this whole time that Bitcoin has been rising all the way from down at 39.5%, this is coming with a Bitcoin rally. That doesn't happen during bull markets. That doesn't happen when everything's about to go parabolic. That happens in pre-bull market rallies. And so the analytics, the data is still saying, guys, calm down. The bull market's not here yet. And Bitcoin dominance, maybe it doesn't get to 60%, but I don't think what we saw right here, 52.15%, I don't think that was the highest Bitcoin dominance we're going to see this year. It would break my heart if we only get to 58 or 59. It would destroy me. And I would be a man and I would make that stake for Deezy, but I'm still believing, guys. I still think 60% is in the cards for Bitcoin dominance. That's my opinion. Let's go back over and look at XRPTA here really quickly. That, I'm saying it correctly, but when I say XRPTA real quickly, it sounds like I'm describing like a parent-teacher conference at a school or something.
And I love it.
XRPTA. You say it, T-Shroom. How does it sound to your ears?
XRPTA.
Yeah, we're definitely describing an acronym for something. And it happens to be the technical analysis for the Ripple token XRP. But it sounds fun when you say it. Yeah, it's me. Crypto Mario just said 59.99995%. That would I think I might actually cry if that is what happens.
Tim.
Yeah.
Tim, I've got a question. While we're in the TA section, did you already go over AVAX?
No, I haven't gone over AVAX. There's just so many other things to talk about.
Briefly, because we do want to get Piper's take from the charts, but it was my impression that you made a call on AVAX yesterday on the Paul Barron Network, and that turned out pretty well.
To be fair, nobody. I don't even know if people have heard. I don't know if people have heard my prediction yet, because what T-Shroom's referring to is every single week I make a video of TA for a couple of coins for some paying members of the Paul Barron Network. And yesterday I talked about XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. Maybe I didn't talk about Solana. AVAX. There's 5 of them. So XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, and AVAX. So I talked about 5 coins. And in the video I made last night, which again, I don't even know if anyone but me and Piper, have seen, I said, guys, I'm shooting this on the night of July 13th. But what I'm looking at in the charts, I would not be surprised to see AVAX have the best day of these coins. And sure enough, guys, AVAX is up 8.3% today. I made a prediction. I made 2 different predictions. I said there's an aggressive prediction here with AVAX where you could start. We just broke out and retested. This is just so awesome. This is technical analysis at its best, guys. We were in a trading channel. We broke out back here, but guess what we did? We fell back down and lost the support. That means that breakout failed. Back here, though, right, what we just did here a couple days ago, we broke out of the resistance, came back down, turned resistance into support. That was like going through the door and coming back to close it. You love it. So now we can make our breakout predictions. The aggressive one would be starting back up here on the 2nd of February down to the 10th of March. You move this over to our breakout. This would give us a price prediction, guys, for AVAX of rematching the highs we had back here on April 18th. All the way back up to $21. The more conservative approach, guys, the more conservative prediction, let's just go with the opening of this one. This is going to give us way lower. It's going to take us only up to the price action of $19.25. So we haven't hit either one of those yet, but we are well on our way. What I was noticing, though, when I was doing the TA last night is when you look at the oscillators, and now, of course, it's now flashing over bot. But when I backed it up here, if I were to replay and go back, let's go back a couple candles here. I probably shot this somewhere around this candle right here. When you look at this, everything else, Cardano, XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, everything else had already been flashing over bot and was massively overextended. And I'm not talking about like just minorly overextended, like overextended to levels like on this trend fusion oscillator, we were hitting heights on these other ones that we had not seen in literally years on the 4-hour chart. But AVAX, I said, no, it's not as overextended as the others. Well, sure enough, we hit this play button. AVAX has continued to have a great day, great morning. It is leading my watch list, at least. Solana up 6%, having a great morning itself. Not matching the likes of what Coinbase is doing. We're going to talk about that. Coinbase up 25% pretty much. Let's just go ahead and round up there. But of my altcoin watch list, AVAX just like I predicted last night. And again, I don't know if anyone but me and Piper have seen that prediction. It is having a great morning this morning. I wanted to go back, though, real quickly to XRP and talk about this. Guys, I said this yesterday on our bro time. I don't know if this is going to happen anytime soon. Again, with the fact that we were able to break through not only this 69 cent level, but then come up and touch the 0.382 of the macro timeline. In case you're wondering what I'm talking about, going out to the weekly chart here, guys, and you go back to the high we had back in April of 2021 down to this more recent bear market. I talked about the significance of these levels. The 0.236 to 69 cents, the 0.382 here at 92. It got up to like almost 95 cents, but 92, 93 cents. I said, hey, watch out for $1.13 or so at the 0.5, and then $1.30 something, $1.36 golden pocket. I thought we would hesitate at the 0.236. Didn't know we were going to have every single major exchange relist them. So I was like, hey, realistic price action when you're coming down here. I thought we would end up bouncing between 55 cents and 69 cents until we got more big news. Well, no, then we had every major exchange come in, and that boosted us up to come up to the 0.382 level. So now I'm sitting here saying, all right, realistically, a negative price action could bring us back down at least to come retest this 69 cent region. Here's what I will say, though. Let's go back out to that weekly chart for XRP, guys. Just like I was just talking about with AVAX. Again, when you break resistance, it's like going through a door. I've used this analogy several times, but hopefully you guys, it's setting in. It's like going through a door, but the door is still open. You got to come back and close the door. If you go through and look at even just the history of XRP price, the amount of times that we set major levels of resistance, but then blast through them, and everyone was convinced, like back here, we set this resistance right here, about 39 cents. We blasted through it. Did not take any time to come back and reshut it to come close the door. We just went through it. Explosive. Well, the price had to come back down, and it ended up not just coming back down to close the door, went back down under it. You can see that in several other micro timelines. This level of 55 cents has been a significant level of support, resistance, support, resistance here recently. And we just blasted through it yesterday. I know I'm going to sound like a bear, and I'm not trying to piss on the parade. XRP had a great day, and I'm a big believer in XRP, and I'm loving XRP, and I'm going to hold it for the next bull market. But guys, statistically speaking, we should come back down to 55 cents to close the door. It would be a massive bullish sign. I'm not saying don't put in buy orders at 69 cents and higher ranges if you think if you don't want to miss out on this. I'm not saying don't pick higher buy orders as well. But I'm going to let you guys know I have buy orders for XRP at 55 cents. That's going to be my next big purchase of XRP. I believe we're going to come back down and hit it because that's what we do on the charts. And again, people are going to believe. I don't know if this is going to happen tomorrow or next week or next month or next bear market. Guys, it took a long time. This is a weekly chart here. After blasting through, let's see this level. Let's just see how long it took for this price action to be revisited. After blasting through 39 cents, it took XRP holders 34 weeks, more than half a year to retest those levels. But they did retest those levels. And I asked the question, when you're trading, you're looking at very micro timelines and you're buying and selling constantly. I'm not talking to traders right now. I'm talking to long-term investors. I'm talking to people that really, really want to invest wisely for the long term. You're thinking about the next 5, 6, 7, 10, 15, 20 years. If you have to wait 6 months, a year, 3 years, but you know that you're going to get another buy-in at XRP at 55 cents, is that not worth it to kind of continue to think that way and to put those buy orders in? Again, I'm not saying don't put other buy orders in higher. If we just continue to blast off and take off, yeah, don't get left out. But at the same time, do you know how many millions of people are going to wake up this morning and say, XRP took off without me. I have to get in now. Let me go ahead and buy in at 77 cents. And then possibly the price is going to come down and they're going to freak out and they'll be like, oh, I got on the wrong time. Well, let me go ahead and cut my losses and sell here at 69 cents at 55 cents because I guess it's not really that important. And then that'll be the bottom. And they just did the tall tale classic sign of a new investor, a retail investor, a dumb investor, where you buy the tops and sell the bottoms. Sometimes you got to think with your head and your analytics and not your gut. Gut says buy right now. It absolutely does. But the head says wait. Be patient. And guess what whales and institutions invest with? They invest with their head. That's the Tim TA
That's
for today.
right.
I ran really long. Piper, I know it's 9:34. Do you have anything to add? I know a lot of people. We got 150 people watching, guys. Make sure, first of all, thank you so much for joining in. Make sure you smash that like button. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Of course, you guys are in here. You guys want to see more and more and more about price action. Sorry, guys. Didn't mean to just sharing. We can go to bro cam here, Piper. Lost my train of thought. Piper, yeah, Piper. Anything you want to add? Does my TA suffice you?
Yeah,
Up to you.
I'll go over more this afternoon on tactical
Yes.
trades. You can join at 6
Yeah.
p.m. Eastern Standard Time for tactical trades, and I will show you what I'm seeing on my chart. But I do think that right now we are at a critical support level based on some fibs that I have. So I will show that later on.
Nice.
I think
Yeah.
I actually
Yeah,
am of different thought than you right now, Tim. I think that we get a bounce from here to further upside if it holds this level. So what is that
Yeah.
level? Find out today.
Well, and again, that's part of my stuff here. I'm not gonna go back and chart this, but like, hey guys, like for all I know, we're gonna go up to the golden pocket, but that doesn't discredit a fall back down. Remember, guys, another thing we don't know what's gonna happen with this economy. We don't know if the economy is gonna crumble. We had that conversation with Chris Inks the other day where we talked about how far could Bitcoin crash and still be okay, and he made a case that. Not saying he was predicting it was going to happen, but theoretically speaking, Bitcoin could fall all the way to $3,000 and still be okay, right? If that's the case, XRP absolutely could crash back down to 55 cents. XRP could crash lower. Any altcoin out there could still set new lows to this bear market. I'm not predicting that. The data doesn't say that. Neither my gut nor my brain says that's going to happen, but it is a possibility. And so continue to invest wisely, continue to trade wisely. My non-financial advice for you, and I'm just going to give this to myself, is I'm going to be patient. I'm going to have a buy order at 55 cents. If I see something new, juicy pop up on the chart, I might enter some XRP trading. But my next big buy order for long-term holding, I still am holding at 55 cents. That is me. Piper, you do what you're going to do. T-Shroom, you do what you're going to do. And you guys out there, you do what you're going to do. Just make sure you have good, rational understanding and data backing up what you want to do so that you can know and sleep at night saying, even if I wasn't 100% correct, I had a good reason for doing it. And that reason will work 85% of the time, even if I lose out on this trade.
Actually, Tim, just before we head into market open, because we still got a guest on today from Crypto Gem Hunters, I'm going to go ahead and put this out. I will be showing an update this evening at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tactical Trades right here on Investing Bros. However, at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to be on Crypto Gem Hunters today, and I can guarantee they're going to ask me about XRP. So if you want a little sneak peek of what I'm seeing on my levels, join us on Crypto Gem Hunters at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be showing this XRP TA on there probably too. So.
Yeah. Before we go, Eric Wallen did gift 5 members. Thank you so much, Eric. So make sure you guys know. Yeah, it looks like it was claimed already. A super chat. Crypto Sec guy said Tim was giving out some Charles Hoskinson vibes with that talk.
I agree.
I'll take that as a compliment. Honestly, I like Charles Hoskinson, so I will gladly. I'll take that. I'll tuck it away.
All right.
I'm liking it. All right, it is time to jump in with a very quick stock market open. Yeah, let's go ahead and get into it, Shroom.
Quick stock market.
All right. So we're going to start off here with the crypto name in the stock market, which is Coinbase, guys. It is entering that premium zone here on the daily charts. It is closing in on these highs that were wicked back in August 4th of 2022. We are closing in on that price, which was about $116.37. Coinbase has not gotten there yet, but certainly the shorts must be piling in for this name on Coinbase, as it is just getting absolutely parabolic here on the RSI, on the MACD. Those MACD lines are getting all kinds of crazy, shooting almost straight up. Let's go ahead and take a look at the indexes here at the market open. We are 8 minutes, almost 9 minutes into the New York session. NASDAQ up 0.8%, Dow Jones up 0.5%, and S&P up 0.2%. So pretty much even. S&P lagging a little bit, not too much to deduct there. But energy, natural gas, actually pushing up a little bit higher this morning, while oil is losing by 1%. So that is going to be your indexes. Crypto across the board is pretty mixed. Ethereum having Ethereum dominance actually up 0.2%, but your names, Bitcoin and Ethereum, are both down. a bit. Had quite a day yesterday, so it's starting to cool off a little bit. Solana up 6%, doing well. And then AVAX is another big winner, but XLM and XRP are both down. XRP down 5%, XLM down 8%. Guys, that's actually not that bad considering how much of a gain they had yesterday. But AVAX up 7%, still leading the market this morning. Lido Exchange up 3%. Lido had quite a big story yesterday as well. I don't know we'll have time to cover that, though, unfortunately. Moving on into our metals, gold selling off just marginally and silver getting bought to some extent. They're up 0.2%. Your mega cap tech stocks are taking the cake here, though. Pretty much green across the screen, except for Meta. Meta not doing too well here in the first couple of minutes, down 0.3%. Your winner is going to be Microsoft, up 1.5 there for the mega cap tech stocks. Taking a look down here, NVIDIA is continuing to crush AMD. NVIDIA up 3%. And then we'll take a stroll right on down, checking at the DXY, up 0.1%. So having a nice little bounce here. We'll actually go ahead and check in on that because that is an important one. Yeah, it's still squarely down below 100. It's actually in the discount range for Chart Prime, but I don't know how important that is for the Dixie. So it's down there. It's broken those lows quite by a wide margin. So that's good to see for the Dixie. Cannabis is red across the screen with CGC down 25%. Wow. And Coinbase up 4% as we covered already. And your mid-cap stocks are going to be pretty mixed there, as well as your big banks, pretty mixed, although Wells Fargo having a nice day, up 0.24% there. Your oil producers are down, and your crypto miners are mixed, with Marathon Digital leading my watch list at least, and CleanSpark lagging a bit here, down 1% in the morning of trading here. So pretty much very mixed. There's not a lot to deduce here other than equities are continuing to get bought. It was kind of an undernote yesterday for the crypto world because not everybody was paying attention to equities, but they were getting bought very aggressively, and they're continuing to be getting bought. Not as aggressively as the close, but fairly aggressively here for the first few minutes following a pretty big green candle. Actually go ahead and take a look at the NASDAQ. You can see there had a pretty big green candle pushing into that premium zone from the Market Dynamic Pro indicator pack from Chart Prime, of which we have a link in the description for 45% off, guys. And now we're getting another green candlestick on the NASDAQ. So definitely a lot of bullishness, a lot of optimism in the market. Perhaps some of those big cap tech stocks thinking that they may be able to cash in on this regulatory step that the SEC, or that the America in general, the world, has taken forward in opening up cryptos as non-securities, or at least XRP. So we're going to leave it there, guys. Let's go ahead and get into our community section. And I believe we've covered a lot of the notes, but let's go ahead and get into that and cover anything that we can before we get into some of the stories.
I think we're good. I mean, guys, make sure if you're not already subscribed, you're subscribed to the channel. We're growing fast, guys. We are getting closer towards that $3,700 person subscriber. Again, by the end of July, we want to get to 4,000. So make sure you're subscribed. Go tell your friends and family to subscribe. Create 7 different YouTube accounts and subscribe. Just kidding. You don't have to do that, but that would be cool. Also, make sure you guys are watching every single night now the new hottest TA show, Tactical Trades with Army Piper, starting at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I know, guys, listen, if you think I have pleasure sitting up here and being bearish and crushing hopes and dreams, I don't like doing it. Again, I hope that Piper is right and I am wrong, and XRP, the $3 by tomorrow. Come on! But I just don't see it happening. So I have to say what I think. If you guys want Piper's bullish take, you got to come back at 6 p.m. It's going to be worth it. Come on back. Watch that. It's going to be great. Let's go ahead. T-Shroom, we have 7 minutes to do as much as we can with these stories because we are bringing SSM on here at 9:50 for our Degen Friday. And so let's speak like the wind. Let's get through these stories, and we're going to get on with some good Degen stuff.
Yep. And to be honest with you, we're going to pretty much only do headlines. Monochrome Bitcoin ETF gets filed to Australian Securities Exchange. So some companies down in Australia trying to get in on the Bitcoin ETF spot action. XRP trading volumes hit 2.5 billion on a South Korean exchange, Ubit. So seeing some crazy exchange volume there in South Korea. Kraken, Crypto.com, join Coinbase in relisting XRP court has ruled. But I will say that it was actually iTrust Capital that was the first to relist XRP. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the chat, but I was observing all day live on Twitter, live trying to figure out what was going on in the world of crypto. And to my knowledge, iTrust Capital was the first. Guys, tonight at 4 p.m., XAI is going to be going live. What is XAI? Well, it's the new AI company from Elon Musk that Elon Musk has started. This may not interest you. That's okay, but I thought I'd mention it. It's something to look forward to. And then finally, Brad Garlinghouse. He's kind of the man of the hour here, guys, the top dog over at Ripple. And he had this to say, trying to provide some clarity, seeing some confusion on what the court's decision means. Here's a recap from our legal eagle, Stuart Albarati. He said, a huge win today. As a matter of law, XRP is not a security. Also, as a matter of law, sales on exchanges are not securities. Sales by executives are not securities. Other XRP distributions to developers, charities, and employees are not securities. So just providing some clarification there on more of the heady legal side of things. Not so much cheerleading there, but just trying to get the facts out there because some folks have been calling it a partial victory. And I'm sure that as the days and weeks go by, we will understand what that means more. But here, Brad Garlinghouse trying to make a decisive claim that this was nothing partial about this. This was a full victory for one small step for XRP, one giant leap for crypto mankind. All right, we're gonna. So that's where I'll leave the stories, guys. There's not really a ton much more other than maybe a story that doesn't tick well for Tim. But Bitcoin's crypto market dominance slides by most in 13 months as XRP court ruling spurs alt season talk. Guys, that's going to be our stories. Again, not a ton because why would you want to do a press release after XRP is obviously soaking up all the spotlight? That's going to be our headlines, guys. Let's go ahead and switch on over to our Degen Friday section.
Real quick. Sorry, guys.
Yep,
There's a super chat, and I'm going to blow through this really fast. CryptoSec guy. This is also, I said this earlier, I was going to say this. He said, any OGs remember that interview Tim did with Matt Hamilton? Guys, he's talking about the interview that changed my mind on XRP. I used to be a hater. I used to hate XRP. Had an interview with Matt Hamilton. Go back and watch it on the Crypto Jeb channel. I think it's still up there. You have to go back a long time. Great interview. Also, CryptoSec guy has a thought. I'm going to say it really quickly. I want chat to tell me what they think of his thought. He begs the question, guys, Gary Gensler, Dirty Gary, knows a lot about crypto. He actually taught it at MIT. He is a very smart guy. What if Ripple secretly planted Gary Gensler in the SEC to create a 3-year lawsuit that eventually would win for Ripple and be a win for crypto? And this whole time, Gary was a double agent. That's not my thoughts. That's CryptoSec guy. What do you think, chat? Let us know.
I don't know.
All right,
and really quick, I found that video you did on Crypto Jeb, the interview with Hamilton, and I just put it in the chat, and we will put it on Twitter as well.
Good video. All right. Yeah, Piper, you have one more thing in the Degen? Yep.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Jenna X, by the way, because Jenna X actually did a shout out about Investing Bros yesterday on ATB. She said, I was drinking my coffee, watching Investing Bros, and they were talking about XRP, and I said, I'm going to go in on a 5X leverage trade, and then it ripped off. So
come on,
shout out to her, shouting us out on another show. So
there we go.
Our community's growing, and we love it. It's great. So.
All right, well, let's do this. Let's get SSM up here for our Degen picks of the week. You guys know this is a new tradition we have. Those of you who have been subscribed for a little bit, every Friday, the last 10 minutes is going to be bringing in a gem hunter to talk about some of these things you might have never heard of or only briefly heard of. There we go. SSM, how you doing, first of all, and also what's going on over here in the Degen world?
Yeah, hey guys, thanks for having me here. It's always a pleasure. Teams, Army Piper, Tishroom, I'm glad to be here. I'm doing great. I mean, the whole market is euphoric. So am I. I slept well yesterday, the XRP news. Now, I'm not going to pretend to be part of the XRP army, but it's a big win for crypto, a mighty win. It's one of the biggest events, to be honest, in the entire crypto space. So it's good to see. It's going to be positive. It's a net positive for the whole of crypto. So yeah, I'm glad to be here and glad to share some of my Degen picks with your audience as well.
Sweet.
Awesome. Yeah, let's go. Let's just jump on into the deep end. Make sure if you guys see his Twitter handle right there, go follow SSM underscore crypto on Twitter. Go watch him on the Gem Hunters for sure. But he's been on the channel before. We're not gonna do any new introductions with him. We want the alpha here, SSM. What's our pickups this week?
Yeah. Okay, so the thing about crypto and the thing about investing generally is, if you think about it, with what happened with XRP, everyone had 12 months to buy XRP before the news came up, right? Before it became really popular. And buying it yesterday doesn't really make sense because you've had more than 12 months to get in early on something that could be huge. And I think that's a mindset that is extremely important, especially in crypto, with how quickly things move. And launch pads, a secret that I've learned in several bull markets, is that launch pads are going to be extremely sought after in the bull run because they give you the opportunity to get in on hyped projects. You see projects launching that go on to do 100x or even 1000x, like we saw with Stepping GPT, right? And even in the bear markets, you still see some interesting projects making over 20x. So I think launchpads give you that opportunity. Now, a lot of people have mixed feelings about launchpad because they get a lot of useless projects. But if you do your research, if you pick the right launchpads, then you are going to be getting into projects that are relatively safe because a reputable launchpad, take for example Binance Launchpad, they wouldn't just list any exchange because they have their reputation to protect. And I think that's a very good strategy. In the bull run, in the last bull run, projects like CDFI, the projects I'm sharing with you today, a very good example of a launch pad. CDFI, it's cost you $10,000 to have the minimum tier list, to have the minimum guaranteed allocation. And that's something that you can buy right now for about what, $1,000, less than $1,000 in fact. So when people aren't talking about it, being able to take that initiative, have that strategy of getting in early before everyone else talks about it, that's when you make the big bucks in crypto. So CDFI is a very good example of this. And I would recommend, what I'm doing right now is looking at major chains, maybe like Avalanche, like Cardano. Look for launch pads on these chains, and the ones that are working hard to list hyped projects, because once the project gets vested to you, maybe you get like 10 to 20%, and the project goes on to do 100x, 200x, you have your initial plus a good amount of profits. And in addition to that, you have like what, 80% left that you can hold as a moon bag. So if the project goes on to be more bullish, then you make a lot more money. So I think launchpads right now, before the bull run, they're giving you an opportunity, because not only do you get the chance, like take for example CDFI has NFT launchpads, they've got gaming launchpads, they also have AI. They used to be focused mainly on gaming, but now they are doing AI. Hypercycle, for example, went on to do over 30x when it's launched. So the tokens themselves have a lot of utility, and the tokens grow in value. CDFI, if you take a look at the charts right here, I'll share that in a moment. Right now CDFI is on 78 cents, right? During the bull run, during the last bull run, it went all the way over $15. So that's over a 20x from this point. Why? Because a lot of people needed to get in on projects, and the only way they could get in on projects is by buying these tokens and staking them. So you're buying a token with launchpad tokens, the right ones. You're buying tokens that have strong utility, and by themselves they give you a lot of returns. Because I'm very sure once the bull run kicks in and people are like, oh, this project is going to be the biggest thing, how do I buy it? Well, you need to buy some tokens, this and that tokens, and stake them. That would increase the value of the token and give you the opportunity to get in early on projects. So it's a strategy right now, a big secret about the bull run that I think can benefit a lot of people. And yeah, that's what I would like to say. That's my DGM pick. There are several other launch pads that I'm looking at, but CDFI right now, TrustFi Network, that's another good one, and a
Mhm.
few others. So I'm always researching this, always updating my audience. You can subscribe to my channel if you don't want to miss out on any of that.
What's
Yeah,
your channel?
dude, awesome. Awesome stuff. Yeah, I just posted his Twitter. Yeah, what YouTube channel would be the best one? Would it be Gem Hunters? Do you have your own YouTube channel? Where's the best place to go subscribe to you on YouTube?
Yeah, I have my own channel. I have SSM Crypto and the Gem Hunters too. I'm always on the Gem Hunters. I'm always
Yeah.
sharing alpha there as well. So be sure
Hmm.
to go over to the Gem Hunters, check the partner channels, subscribe to all of the channels. We've got Crypto Archie, Crypto Sets, Crypto Grinds.
Yeah.
We've got Army Piper there or TA Guru and Tish Room. So there's lots of alpha there. You meet lots of intelligent minds there. And I recommend you guys, subscribe to all of our channels
Yeah,
as
if
well.
you Bedredden dropped the link in there for Crypto Gem Hunters, and
Yes.
if you go to their YouTube and scroll to partners, you'll see every single person that's over there in the Gem Hunters and their link to their channels. It's just an outlet to a lot of alpha, so that's why I'm plugged in with those guys over there. They do fantastic content, and it's always great to do some stuff with the Gem Hunters. So.
Absolutely. Well, SSM, before we let you go, anything else you want to say? Anything else you would say to the Investing Bros community before we close out today's show?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed all what you said today. I was recommending the same thing. It's all well and good, but it's always important to check your FOMO. Like I said, the best time to buy XRP was the last 12 months. You had a lot of time to buy XRP. Now,
Yeah.
even though there's a lot of bullish momentum, there's a lot of excitement, unless you are really, really bullish about XRP for the long term, if you're a short-term trader, you should really move smartly with this news right now. Okay, you have to be paying attention to the fundamentals. You have to pay attention to what these projects can do long term and invest in it based on that. You don't want to be buying crypto, based on emotions. When everyone is talking about it, that's not when you just want to be jumping in. So do your research. Look at the charts, the best charts out there. Chart Prime, you can use that, get in some good entry positions, get some exposure, and then you accumulate DCA for the long term. I think that's the best thing to do right now. Even if you went into XRP before, do your research on it. If you love the project, then you can accumulate it for the long term. That's what I'll say.
Absolutely, man. Cannot agree more. I want to make sure people understand, like, what SSM said right there was 100% correct. If you guys want the best time to buy XRP, it's in the past, guys. I don't think we're gonna see new lows on XRP again. Even when I'm talking about 55 cents, guys, I'm talking about that's where I think that could be the lowest we ever see on XRP ever again. Whether you buy now or you bought it 95, like, I guess I would say if anyone did buy anywhere close to that 95-cent range that happened yesterday, I would say, hey, you know what? Hold. We're gonna
Hold.
beat it. XRP, guys,
Hold.
XRP is going to $10 this next bull market, probably at least. In the future, I think $30 to $50, even without hyperinflation of the US dollar in the future, is not unthought of. But when we're talking about best buys that we have ahead of us, that's all I'm talking about. I think that the future best buy is 55 cents. But another fun fact for you guys, did you know that when a YouTuber says something, you don't have to agree with them and you can do something completely different? We are just here talking about what we want to do and giving data and thoughts and arguments for it. If you agree, hey, cool for you. If you disagree, even better, because that means you think for yourself and you're investing for yourself. That's the whole purpose and mission of our channel, is that you guys think for yourself and set yourself up for success no matter what. T-Shroom, you had a thought?
Well, the only reason you wouldn't hold is if you need that money to pay bills, right? If you've invested money into XRP at 95 at the peak, that is a problem. You should not be in trading yet. You need to reevaluate why you're making the decision to get into trading, and more than likely you need to step away from the computer and from your phone and not do that until you fully understand emotionally what you're capable of doing.
Or I will say, like me and be emotionally dead inside, and then you just don't have a problem trading.
Yeah, or just stop paying your bills.
I would say, like if you end up losing your job, that's going to change things. Inflation is still, even though it's going down, it's still out of control. And, I understand that. But I want to go back to one of the most fundamental most fundamental thought process of an investor that you need to have. And if you're not utilizing this, I heavily, heavily, heavily advise you to start thinking about this. It's not financial advice. This is just life advice. Do not invest more than you can afford to lose. If what T Shroom just said it applies to you and you're like, man, I need to liquidate because I need to pay some bills, you just put money into XRP you should not have been putting into XRP. It does not matter what the thing is. If you need to pay bills, you should not be investing with that money. Investment is everything left over. If you can afford eating ramen noodles and living in a studio apartment to keep those bills low, that's more investment money. But do not spend more than you're able to lose. That is classic disaster investing. And it works out for some, but 99% of people that invest that way end up getting burned in one way or another. Yeah, guys, it is 10 o'clock. That means it's time to end the show. Special shout out to SSM Crypto. Once again, man, thank you so much for joining us today. Go follow him on Twitter. Go subscribe to them on YouTube. The links are right there in the comment section. Just scroll on them. We will see you guys later. Piper will see you at 6 p.m. We'll see the rest of you guys on Monday morning. Same time, same place, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Times. We are the Investing Bros, the most generous crypto community out here on YouTube. Bros. What did I say?
Yeah, I was repeating because the outro song, we are Investing Bros.
My brain thought I said something different. Yeah, you guys have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday.
Trying to make paper, turn that better to cake. Money like Lego, connect the dots that bank. We are Investing Bros. We are Investing Bros. Army pipe, lethal on trade. Entries and exits, worthy of praise. Tim, the professor, the TA. Shout it out loud on the PA. T-Shroom's news, got the word. Doing better than what he deserves. Beamer, leave no evidence. Soon fly coop with his dividend. Trying to make paper, turn that better to cake. Money like Lego, connect the dots that bank. We are Investing Bros. We are Investing Bros.